The combination of heavy, wind-driven snow and extreme cold created cascading problems. Snow-laden tree branches snapped, falling onto roads and power lines. Ice accumulated on infrastructure not designed for winter stress. Power outages spread rapidly, leaving homes without heat just as temperatures dropped further. Even after snowfall slowed or stopped in some areas, the danger did not end. Icy roads remained treacherous. Emergency crews struggled to reach affected neighborhoods, and prolonged outages turned homes into unsafe environments, particularly for older adults, children, and people with medical needs. This storm was not only a weather event, it was a disruption to daily life. Schools closed, businesses shut down, hospitals activated emergency plans, and families were forced to make fast decisions about safety. Understanding why this storm became so severe is essential to understanding how to prepare for similar events in the future. While the snowfall captured attention, the most dangerous phase of this winter storm began after the snow stopped falling. The Arctic air mass behind the system pushed temperatures far below normal across the southern United States, increasing the risk long after skies began to clear. In states such as Florida, where freezing conditions are rare, the cold introduced new dangers. Many homes are built to release heat rather than retain it, and residents may not have insulated pipes, space heaters, or cold weather clothing. As temperatures dropped, indoor conditions in some homes became unsafe within hours of power loss. Wind chill played a critical role. Even when air temperatures hovered near freezing, strong winds made conditions feel far colder. Wind chills dropped to levels capable of causing frostbite or hypothermia in a short time, particularly for people without adequate shelter. Power outages significantly increased risk. Without electricity, homes lost heat, medical devices stopped functioning, and access to information. A powerful winter storm has blanketed large parts of the Carolinas with heavy snow and driven rare Arctic cold deep into Florida, creating dangerous conditions across the southeastern United States. Emergency officials confirmed that at least 6 people have lost their lives, and more than 150,000 customers are without electricity as temperatures continue to fall. According to meteorologists at the National Weather Service, the storm intensified rapidly over the past 24 hours just offshore of North Carolina. This rapid strengthening allowed the system to pull large amounts of Atlantic moisture over extremely cold air at the surface. The result was intense snowfall, strong winds, and blizzard-like conditions in areas that do not regularly experience winter storms of this magnitude. In parts of North and South Carolina, snowfall totals exceeded 20 inches, overwhelming roads, power infrastructure, and emergency services. Along the Atlantic seaboard, strong winds reduced visibility to near zero at times, forcing the closure of highways and major airports. Travel disruptions spread quickly, leaving many drivers stranded and thousands of flights delayed or canceled. Behind the storm system, a mass of Arctic air surged southward, breaking cold temperature records in Florida. Regions unaccustomed to sustained freezing conditions suddenly faced dangerous wind chills, placing millions of people under cold weather alerts. In many communities, homes are not insulated for prolonged cold, and residents may lack adequate winter clothing or heating backups. At first glance, weather maps may make this storm appear similar to others that occur each winter. However, this system became especially disruptive because of how quickly it intensified and where it delivered its coldest air. The rapid deepening of the storm near the coast increased snowfall rates and wind strength, while the Arctic air behind it extended far beyond typical winter boundaries. Became limited. For families with older adults, infants, or chronically ill members, the danger escalated quickly. Emergency officials emphasized that winter storms should not be treated as short-term events. Even when precipitation ends, lingering ice, snow-covered roads, and unstable power systems can keep communities at risk for several days. Travel remains hazardous, and emergency response times may be delayed. In past cold weather emergencies, many injuries and fatalities occurred after storms, not during them. People attempted to drive too soon, used unsafe heating methods indoors, or overexerted themselves during cleanup. These patterns are consistent across winter disasters. The cold also placed pressure on emergency shelters and warming centers. As temperatures fell, demand increased rapidly. Facilities worked to accommodate families, individuals experiencing homelessness, and residents whose homes were no longer safe. Understanding the extended nature of winter storm danger is critical. Preparation must account not only for snow, but for days of cold that follow, especially in regions not accustomed to winter extremes. When a winter storm warning is issued in regions like the Carolinas or northern Florida, preparation should begin immediately, but not with panic buying. The first priority is identifying where your family could safely go if your home becomes too cold or loses power. Families should check in advance whether warming centers, friends, or relatives are available options. Knowing this information early prevents rushed decisions later, when roads may be unsafe. After identifying safe locations, households should assemble a basic emergency kit that can be prepared in just a few hours. This includes a small supply of drinking water, ready-to-eat food, essential prescription medications, warm clothing layers, hats and gloves, flashlights, and a battery-powered radio. All items should be stored in one easily accessible place. Once the storm is underway, this storm buried parts of the Carolinas in snow and pushed Arctic cold into Florida, placing millions under dangerous wind chill alerts. Understanding why storms like this disrupt daily life, how to prepare before warnings are issued, and how to protect vulnerable people can reduce risk in future events. Preparedness is not about fear, it is about planning. Each household that prepares reduces strain on emergency services and improves community resilience.